Okay, we are recording. I'm John Cannon, and this is the first meeting for CTE 4260, Occupational Analysis and Curriculum Development. And Jenny, if you could introduce yourself just real quick before we dig into the course.
Okay, I teach at a junior high school combination school in Ashton, Idaho. I am starting a family and consumer science program at our school and tackling the culinary arts and the apparel pathways of family and consumer science. I have been teaching for 10 years, off and on before that while I was having my children. And so I have 4 daughters and aging parents that I help care for. And I look forward and I'm excited to start a family and consumer science class. So I'm hoping this will help me figure out how to better design curriculum. And I don't know what else. That's probably
That's
sums me up.
that's really good, and thank you, Jenny, and thanks to everyone who's taken CTE 4260. I know you all have options and choices to take the certification courses, but you've chosen to do it at the University of Idaho, and we greatly appreciate it. So my plan for this meeting and this recording is to go through the syllabus, the assignments and expectations, and also to go into the website, which is open. I will tell you that there was a mix up with the textbook. Somehow, the textbook that I requested, it got lost in the change from the old system to the new system, which is a new company, and that has been fixed. And if anyone was charged for the old textbook, the 70, I think it was like $76, something like that, let me know. And the university said that those who were charged for it, the students who were charged for it, which I think it's everyone with the new system, um, and if you're charged, they will refund you. So please take a look at your student accounts. Make sure that if they have taken the payment for the textbook, that has been refunded back. And unfortunately, the textbook that I use is not something available through the U of I's inclusive access, and you'll need to get it through the Association for Career and Technical Education. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And there is someone else. Let's do this real quick. We've got someone else who's coming in, and I'll have this person introduce themselves real quick. Oh, Peyton, if you could unmute your microphone and turn on your camera. There you go. Thank you. We just got started. This is recording. Jenny just introduced herself. She's from Eastern Idaho. I'm John Cannon, the instructor for the course. If you could do a quick introduction of who you are and where you're at.
So my name's Peyton, and I am in southwestern Idaho, in the
Okay.
Nampa area.
Okay. And what are your teaching goals? What certification are you working on?
My end goal is to become a high school agriculture teacher.
All right, very good. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining. And the goal of what we're doing here is to just go through the website, also go over the syllabus. And before we go any further, I better change my um, earpieces because they're also running out of charge. So let me change that real quick. All right, there we go. Those these earbuds should work well. Earbuds should work well. But anyway, the goal is just to go over the website and the syllabus, assignments, expectations, and also answer any questions that you have. And as we go through this, please feel free to ask questions. Our next meeting will be in October, and these meetings, I look at them as virtual office hours. I don't take attendance. There's no requirement to attend. And the goal of them is to answer any questions that you all have. And if for whatever reason you cannot attend one of these meetings, let me know. We can set up an alternative meeting time. So again, Peyton and Jenny, this is being recorded and it will be put up on the website. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. So can you all see the website for the course? And I'm going to turn it to the view that you will have. And I have not opened many of the things, and I'll be working on that over the next week or so to get most of the course open. This is an at your own pace. So as soon as I get everything open, go ahead and work. And if you get done in October, get everything done in October, that's fine. If you need to take the entire semester, that's fine also. I would just say get a good start. Don't put things off till the end of October, November, because it'll be very difficult to catch up. So here's the home page, the opening page. And on this page, we'll have links for course information and also for each of the modules. Not all these modules are open yet. The first one's open, but the rest are not, and I'll get those open as soon as possible. I'm going to go right to the syllabus. Can you see that okay? Jenny, is that okay?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, you can see it. Okay, here's the syllabus. My contact information is here at the top. The best way to reach me is through an email. And you can use either my email, U of I email through Outlook, or you can use the email system in Canvas, whichever is best for you. There's my office phone number. Still has the fax number. I don't know why I keep the fax number on the syllabus because that's some fax machine I haven't used in several years. So anyway, so you can at your convenience read about the college vision, college mission, the college's conceptual framework. There's of course description straight from the catalog. Here are the goals and learning objectives for the course. And here are the teacher preparation standards from the state of Idaho, which we align our CTE courses with. And also these dispositions that you can read through at your convenience. Link here to the website. And I did send out the syllabus in a couple of the emails. The textbook is by a group of CTE scholars. I know many of these people who are authors on the textbook, and it's curriculum development and design in career and technical education. And the correct textbook has been put up on the U of I on your link of textbooks in Canvas. You will need to get a hold of ACTE in order to get the textbook. The Vandal store may have some now, but you can also go through ACTE. It is not, some of your other classes may have inclusive access. There's not an electronic copy out there of it. It's a hard copy, and the U of I does not have an electronic copy to use. Here are the 3 virtual meetings, virtual office hours, whatever you want to call it. Again, I don't take attendance. It's not mandatory. Almost all the students in this course are either out teaching or have families and other responsibilities. And I know when you sit down to work on the course, that's time you've set aside. And in the evenings, especially if you have families, this might not be a convenient time to get together. So I'm going to try to make the meetings as convenient as possible. And the links are all in the syllabus. Then here's a calendar agenda of the topics, the assignments, the readings for the semester. And I break things down as a module and break it down by weeks. And this week, the dates on the right are suggestions of when each of the modules need to be completed. And as I said earlier, uh, do what you can to start early because it's any course, any class, it's difficult to catch up if you wait until October and then into November and then try and do everything in the last month and a half. And as we get into November and then into December, that's also the holiday season. And from experience for me, I know it's not as easy to accomplish things when we get into the holiday season. Okay. And once we're done with the syllabus, I'm going to go onto Canvas and show you these assignments. So here's the next thing, the assignments. The first thing is a beginning of the course introduction. And this is where you go into Canvas, into the discussion board, and you tell us who you are. What are why are you taking the class? What are your goals? What are your goals as a teacher or to become a teacher? And also, please share some of things that make you tick about your family or about hobbies or things you like to do. Next thing are the readings and the quizzes. And the modules are organized around the 14 chapters of the textbook. And with the readings, there will be a quiz, and it's really a short, open-ended 5 questions asking you what's the most important thing that you took from the chapter, what's the most important unanswered question, and then several questions about the content that came from the chapter for you to describe. Then also for each of the module, there will be a reflective commentary. And with the reflective commentary, there's two parts to it. The first part is to share 1 or 2 points of focus that's of particular interest. And then the second part is to explain how the interest and also what you took from the chapter, you will use it in your professional practice. All you got to do is post your reflective commentary. There's no requirement to respond to any of your classmates. All right, so let's try and move forward. Why is this not moving? All right, come on. Let's do this. Let's try this again. Now my computer's locked up. Is my computer locked up? Okay, I'm gonna. Are you still seeing my screen?
Yeah, I can still see it.
Okay. For whatever reason, that screen is locked up. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll use the down pointer. Okay, so the next thing is the industry task analysis, and that's the first major project of the semester. And with this industry task analysis, there's going to be two parts of it. The first part is you're going to take the worksheet and you're going to use an AI tool such as ChatGPT or another AI platform, and you're going to generate um, the following: a clear job title within your teaching content, job description summarizing major responsibilities, tools, materials, and requirements needed, at least 3 duty areas with descriptions, and at least 3 tasks under each duty area. And I provided prompts, example prompts there for when you use AI. And then we'll have you save your AI generated responses to compare with what you get when you sit down with someone from your industry. And this is a new part to this assignment. So this is going to be an experiment this semester to see how it works. AI is a new tool. We are in its infancy. It's going to be interesting to see how AI shakes out. But one of the things I wanted to see is how does an AI generated task analysis, how does it compare to when you sit down and meet with someone from your industry? And that is step 2 to the assignment. And that is you'll meet with someone from your industry in your teaching content area, and you'll use the same job description worksheet to interview that professional, that person from your area, and it'll be the same questions that AI that you put in for AI. And there is a worksheet for this, and we'll go over that later. I'll show you where that is when we go over more of the Canvas website. Then after you get done, I'll have you put together a short paper uh, uh, comparing the two, comparing the AI generated to when you sat down with a real live person. And I've got 3 questions there to consider as you put together that paper. And this is due October 1st. And again, the AI part of it is new. This will be an experiment. We'll see how it works. If you have any questions or need any information on an AI platform, I use ChatGPT. It's worked for me. So if you have another one that you prefer, feel free to use it. Then the second part, or the second assignment, is the school needs assessment. And this assignment is designed for you to take your industry analysis, your industry task analysis. You got the information on the task, on the job descriptions that are needed in your industry. And you'll take the school needs assessment, and there's a form here, there's a worksheet to help guide your interview. You'll sit down with a school leader, your principal, it might be your CTE administrator, and you will use the needs assessment to help guide a discussion with that person on the things that you have or the things that are at the school. And the purpose is to identify the strengths, gaps, and resources needed to impact your CTE program. First part is going to be an AI component, and you'll put in the worksheet to generate an AI response, and then you'll sit down with someone from the school, administrator, school leader, to go over the worksheet and create the school needs assessment. And this, like the first one, we'll have you do a one-page reflection paper comparing the two versions. And also the reflections you and the people in the course submit will help me to evaluate whether having the AI component is something that's a valuable valuable part of this assignment. This is due November 1st. Next thing is a peer observation, and we'll have each of the students, each of the teachers, each of the members of the class observe another teacher. It's got to observe another class member's teaching. That might not be practical because of locations around the state. So you'll be able to choose someone maybe at the school or a local school. It can be in your content area. It can be a veteran teacher who is seen as an outstanding teacher, but you go in and you observe them for at least a half a day, a couple periods, um, and what you will do with your paper, you will identify who the teacher in the school, what the classes that you observed were, what their objectives are. Identify and explain 3 teaching methods that you believe were highly effective and why. And then 2 points of constructive criticism, maybe things that may not have gone as well for the teacher you observe, or may not be something that you think would be something that you could use in your teaching. And then you're going to put the final thing in is your overall impressions of the program that you observe. This is due November 15th. Then the last thing is a curriculum portfolio. And so you're going to take the industry needs assessment and the school needs assessment, the industry task analysis, and the school needs assessment, and you're going to develop a unit with at least 5 lesson plans to help teach and prepare students with the task that you identified with the resources that you have through the school. Going through this, the first lesson is an introduction to the unit, and this is to establish the context and outline the learning goals. Then you'll have at least one lesson must focus on career awareness and opportunities within the area with careers that for which those industry tasks are a part of, and then address technical knowledge and the skills that are relevant. And if you've taken CTE 472, which you may or may not have, there are lesson plans, a lesson plan format that are a part of that. I've got what each lesson should include, the title and objectives, instructional strategies, materials and resources that are used, the step-by-step description of what students will do to meet the objectives, strategies to support diverse learners, and assessment connecting formative and summative assessments within the unit. Also, here I've got more information on the formative and summative assessments. at least 2 formative assessments. That could be a quiz, that can be a reflection, performance check, and then a summative assessment would be like a final project, culminating performance task. One thing I would suggest, feel free to use AI to put together one of the lessons, see how that works, and practice. I don't know how many of you have had Dr. Carol Billing, but she is the expert in our College of Education for using AI. And I know she will use AI to help her put together preliminary drafts of lesson plans. So feel free to use that tool.
I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Is there an access point to the CTE 472 lesson plan example?
Are you taking 472 this semester?
I am not.
Okay, I will send me an email and I will send you the format that we've used.
Okay.
And I'll also send you an example. I'll try and dig back through because I save everything that's submitted to me. I'll dig back through, see if I can find an FCS lesson plan, and I'll send you the template, and I will also send you that example lesson plan.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right. Let's see here. Then a couple of things to wrap up the assignments, expectations. The last thing is a wrap-up discussion. That's due at the very end of the fall semester, December 19th. That's just 6 days from Christmas. That's how tight the end of the semester will be to Christmas and the holiday season. But we'll have a wrap-up discussion, and there are 3 guiding questions for it. First one is, what is the most important thing that you learned in the course? What is your most important unanswered question? And how will you use the knowledge learned and the skills developed to achieve your educational and career goals? That will be at the end of the semester. And then I will have an open-ended course survey, end of course survey, and that will that will allow you to help me evaluate the class. That's where you'll provide feedback on the course, the materials, and I use that when I prepare for the next time we offer CTE for 4260. Then participation, and the participation is pretty straightforward. Submit the assignments. You submit your discussion board assignments, submit assignments on time, and for me that would exceed expectations, and you will earn full credit for participation. December 19th is the absolute last day that I can accept assignments for the course. Here are the assignments and the grading with due dates and also the points for the assignments. Here's other information on logistics of the course, academic integrity, expectations. At your convenience, you can look through these. Again, December 19th is the last day that I can accept work. If for any of the assignments that there is a due date, a hard, fast due date, if you have issues, if there are challenges to meeting the deadline, please reach out to me. And I am very flexible in allowing for an extension to get the assignment turned in. Okay. Just more resources available. If you're interested in University of Idaho's Technical Workforce Training Academic Certificate, CTE 4260 is one of the courses that is a part of that. And if you were to complete all those courses and are interested in that certificate, reach out to me and I will give you more information and help you receive that certificate. So there we go. So okay, let's get back here. Okay, we're gonna go to, let's do this. Okay, hopefully got a different mouse. Hopefully this will work. So here's the home page. Here's where the syllabus is located. Information about me. Here's my contact, my phone, my email address. And I do have schedules and due dates right here. And also from the syllabus, the assignments and the points. Then the getting started module is open. Here's the textbook. Again, the university told me, sent an email this morning that the issue with the other textbook has been corrected. Those who were charged by the university for that textbook will be refunded. Please check through your student account. If there's any issues with receiving that refund, let me know and I will find out the person you'll need to contact. Here's a link. This link will take you to the ACTE website. It's 45 bucks. If you're a member of ACTE, you get a discount. So the link to get the textbook is on the website. Again, other links for the syllabus and the schedule. This is kind of the general overview of each of the modules. There will be a reading assignment, quiz, and reflective commentary. And I will provide links in each of the modules so that you can go to those activities. My email address. And to get started, post your introduction. I've had several students. Peyton, looks like you've posted yours. And I posted mine with pictures that I've taken. I like to take road trips and see the sights in the West, Pacific Northwest, and I'll take pictures and I will share those with you as we for each of the modules as we go throughout the semester. So that's the first activity, is to go in and do your introduction. And then go to module 1. And I have not opened it up yet, but I will leave the student and I will show you module 1. So there's going to be a picture. I'm going to record an introduction to module 1 and I'll put that up there before I open it up. And then there will the reading assignment, and then there will be a link to go in for the quiz, link for the reflective commentary, and then I have the suggested completion date of September 14th, which is a couple weeks down the road. And then this link will be open so you can go into module 2. All right, that really is it. What questions do you have? Any questions from you all?
I just wondered when you think that the first module will be unlocked.
I'm hoping to get it open here by the end of this coming weekend.
Okay. I
And
assume like
I have it
then
set
anyway.
up that it's not due or it's the suggested due date is September 14th. And with the mix up on the textbooks, that deadline is flexible.
Okay.
Just want to make sure everyone gets the textbook before to get started.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't think so. I was just looking through my email to see if I could find my receipt from my textbook to see when it was coming in. Because I ordered it on Monday after you sent the email out.
Okay.
Oh, right here. Oh, it doesn't give me a date. Okay.
Well, one thing about the textbook, it is a pretty it's well written. It it's an easy read. Um, and once you get it, just get into it, and it shouldn't. It doesn't take a lot of time, and that's one of the reasons I chose the textbook. It's very to the point, provides a lot of important information, but it doesn't overwhelm people with academic and scholarly and that type of writing. So it's a good textbook. Good people wrote the textbook. If there's any questions at all as we go through the semester, do not hesitate to let me know. Um, as we go through and you submit assignments, if you've submitted an assignment and it's not showing, just drop me an email. We'll get it taken care of.
Oh, and then when are the modules going to open up? Like each week will open up a new one,
I'm
or
going to
are
open
they?
them up as soon as I get them ready. So modules, it's my goal to within the first couple of weeks of the semester, by September 14th, to have all the modules open. And this
Okay.
is an at your own pace course. So feel free to go ahead. Feel free to submit assignments ahead of the due dates. Feel free to go ahead and complete modules before the week it's showing that that's when when the expectation is.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
You said there was a link to get into like the worksheets that go with those
Oh yeah.
three big
Yeah,
assignments.
let me go over that here. Let's okay. Am I still sharing? Can you still see the
Yeah.
website?
Yes.
Okay. So here at the bottom are the major assignments. And here is the task analysis worksheet. And there's 3 pages to it. First one is the job title, job description. The second is job responsibilities worksheet. So you take um, uh, the title, the duty area, and provide a description or in-depth description. And then the last one is where you take the individual duties and on the assignment, it's to identify three duties, have 3 duties, and then 3 specific tasks for each duty. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what AI generates compared to what you get when you meet with someone from industry. Okay, so that is
When you say someone from industry, I'm just trying to I guess
Someone
pick.
who's someone who is in an FCS related field.
Okay, so I can pick any of the FCS
Any of the FCS areas. It could be
areas.
culinary arts. It could be apparel and fashion. It could be childcare.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next thing is the school needs assessment. And here is the worksheet. And the worksheet provides guiding questions to go through using your task analysis. And here, like I said, here are the guiding questions: curriculum, facility, equipment, the learners, stakeholders, and resources. And that obviously is not due on August 1st. It's due November 1st. And with any of these assignments, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Peer observation. There's no worksheet for it. Just use the 5 things here to help guide your observation and then writing the paper afterwards. This is due November 15th. And then here are the guidelines for the curriculum portfolio, which is due December 15th. As you're putting together the curriculum portfolio or any of the assignments, if you wish, you can contact me. We can meet by Zoom. If you're in the Boise area, we can meet face to face. And I can help and be a resource as much as possible for these assignments.
Are these assignment links unlocked currently for us, or are they still locked? I haven't
They are
tried to.
not locked.
Okay.
And as I said that, as soon as we get done here, I will unlock them.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I don't mean to push you. I just,
Yeah, no
like
problem.
you said, when I have some precious moments to myself, I've got to pump out as much as possible.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
yeah, I
And
will get those.
I have Spud Harvest coming up, so I might pump out a ton of work in.
I certainly understand. Certainly understand. So I'll get those opened up. So later this evening, if you want to click on them, you'll be able to go in and they'll be available.
Thank you.
And if there's something that you want to go into and it's showing that you don't have access, just let me know. I'll go in and get that opened up.
I don't feel like I can work on the modules till my textbook gets here, probably in the next week or so anyway, but maybe I can get started on some of those other assignments.
All right. Is there any other questions?
I don't think so.
Anything else? Jenny, do you have anything else?
I think you answered all of them for me. So.
Okay. All right. If you don't have anything else, then we will call it an evening, and I will post this. I'll post the recording, and with anything, if there's any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. All right.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Okay. Thanks. You too.
You too.